Hey Mama, welcome to the podcast. It's Jocelyn here, and I am looking forward to sharing with you some things I have learned through my 5 pregnancies and 1 miscarriage to help you through when you feel like you can't find positivity in pregnancy. I know it can be really hard. This summer, I have kind of been taking a little break from pregnancy and talking about the newborn phase because my baby is currently 3 months old, and I've been wanting to record about all the things I've learned and remembered with having my 5th baby. And so we've been doing a newborn series this summer. But this week I'm going to take a break from the newborn series and we'll get back into it next week with things I've learned and things I'm doing to help the baby sleep and to find rhythms and just overall newborn care. We will get back to that next week, but this week I want to talk about something that someone brought up to me in an email. I got an email from someone, which is so exciting. I love to hear from you. My email is in the show notes, so if you have questions or would like support, I will do my best to support you and to encourage you through email and through this podcast. So that is why I am doing this episode, and it's also something that I felt very strongly during my pregnancy. So there's a little bit of background about what we are going to talk about, pregnancy related, specifically when you don't feel like yourself. So let's jump into the episode. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. Okay, this episode is for those mamas who are in the sick phase of pregnancy and who are not feeling like themselves. Or even if you're not in the sick phase, but you just don't feel like you because the pregnancy symptoms seem to have taken over your life and you don't feel like yourself, this episode is for you because I felt like that. In fact, that is one of the videos, the titles in my mini course. I have a mini course called the Morning Sickness Mini Course for Mental Health, and that needed to be in there. I don't feel like myself, and there were many times that during pregnancy that I did not feel like me because the physical changes felt so much. They made me feel like I was like trapped in this body that wasn't mine and wasn't how I was used to acting. And it was very, very difficult to feel like I wasn't even myself. So I'm going to give you 5 or so tips to help you when you are not feeling like yourself, but you are just wanting so bad to feel like you. Some of these tips are really easy and can be very helpful when you feel like you aren't yourself. The first tip is to look at yourself in the mirror and smile. It has probably been a while since you have seen yourself smile because the physical changes that pregnancy brings can make you feel sick. It can make you feel tired. It can make you feel nauseated. It can make you feel exhausted. It can make you feel strange and weird pains, and it can be very uncomfortable. And all of these things can feel like negative symptoms, things that are not enjoyable to get through. So unfortunately, it is going to take some reminders to just look at yourself in the mirror and smile. Smile at yourself and remember that you are beautiful. You have a smile underneath all those layers of physical pain and emotional and mental anguish. You are there. And we're going to do our best to bury you from the pain and to find you so that you can feel more like yourself this pregnancy. So that is the first tip, to smile at yourself. The next tip is to use music. Go to your favorite playlists or start creating your favorite playlists of music. Maybe you have your favorite Disney songs or your favorite dancing songs or songs that remind you of people. I have those. I have one for my husband. I have a song that reminds me of my dad, and I also enjoy the Disney music with my kids and have my own favorites from my own childhood. Maybe put together some playlists, or if you don't want to put together playlists, put on some music, some songs that you like, and just listen. Almost distract yourself from the misery and from not feeling like yourself through the music. So tip number 2 is to get lost in some of your favorite music. Tip number 3 is to take yourself down memory lane. Maybe look at some photo books, or choose to think about memories that brought you joy, where you were happy, where you felt like yourself, where things were fun and lighthearted and easy and not so heavy and painful. And bring those memories back to mind. And those can help remind you of who you are, who you were, and who you will be. Because that is the next tip to remember after you go through some of these memories, is to remember, fourthly, that this is temporary. And I know sometimes that is hard, especially if you are really struggling and it doesn't feel temporary. 9 months can feel like forever. I know because I've done it 5 times with a miscarriage in the middle, and sometimes it doesn't feel very temporary. But from a mom who has done this 5 times, that time does come and that time does go of being pregnant. And just remembering that sometimes that this is temporary can help get you through. But I would more suggest remembering that those memories can be a little bit more of a fun and internal way to replace some of the emotional and mental anguish with remembering who you were and things you like to do and things you're going to do when you're done being pregnant and things you want to do with your baby, with your children as they grow. And thinking about those things can help you to feel more like you and to enjoy this part of pregnancy a little more. Now, the last tip I'm going to give you in this episode is to find purpose in your pregnancy. And I think this is, besides simply smiling at yourself, I think that one's super powerful and simple. But finding the reasons of why you are pregnant, why you wanted to be pregnant, why you wanted to have a baby, your whys for this season, can be a very powerful force in helping you to feel like you, but also in driving your purpose for going through this. This pregnancy is going to change you and shape you. And it can change you and shape you to be a little bit more negative or a lot more negative towards pregnancy because it can be difficult. Or it can shape you and mold you into the mom that chooses to find positivity even when it's really hard. Why did you want to be pregnant? Did you want to have children? Did you want to become a mother? Did you want to have posterity? Did you feel that this is what God wanted for you? As a little girl, I always dreamed of being a mother, and I thought it would be so awesome to be able to hold my babies, to take care of them in the way I felt to take care of them, to nurture and to meet their needs. And that has always just been an internal desire for me to have that, to have those children and that posterity. And I also strongly felt that God wanted me to have the children. And being a spiritual person, that was a driver that I felt religious about, that not only did I want to be a mother, but I felt God wanted me to be a mother. And I wanted to do what I felt God wanted me to do. And sometimes finding those deeper purposes that are deeply rooted in you and something you desire can be very powerful in helping you to feel like you. It helped me to feel like me because I knew I wanted to be a mother. When I would picture my purpose, I felt more like me because even though that season of pregnancy was so hard, I knew that that's ultimately what I wanted and that I was willing to do some hard things to get through it, even if I had to cry, even if I had to spend days, months throwing up. It was what kind of helped me to keep going, was that purpose of wanting to be a mother. And I can tell you, in the last couple days, actually, I've had some very touching and powerful, almost spiritual experiences about how grateful I am to be a mother. It is so amazing to have these little children in your nest and under your wings, to have your little baby and to see your older children help to care for this little baby, to nourish that little baby. There is a reason and a purpose you are doing this, and I want you to dig for that deeper reason and purpose, and it can help you to feel like you, because this is your purpose. This is why you are doing it. So, it's just so powerful to think about, and the influence you have over your children. Anyway, I've just had those moments where motherhood felt like such a blessing in the last little while, and I just felt to share that with you. I know how hard it can be, though, and I know how much I still struggled, even with my 5th pregnancy, and I've had this course for part of my 4th pregnancy and 5th pregnancy, and I still struggled, had very hard times this 5th pregnancy. And something that actually helped me was my own course that I mentioned earlier, the Morning Sickness mini course for mental health. If you need more help like I did to stay positive, use this course. This course has 44 videos that are 2 to 8 minutes long, and they do go through mindset exercises. They're not physical exercises you do, they're just mindset exercises you do, similar to what I encourage in my podcasts, that can encourage you to find the positivity in pregnancy, to distract yourself, to use gratitude, to change the negative to the positive, to use pregnancy-specific affirmations, to feel it to heal it. I mean, those are just a few of the things that this course includes. And along with the videos, I actually have downloadable audios now. So all of the videos have a downloadable audio that you can download and use offline. And it's powerful. It is these small and simple things that you do that will help you to have good mental health during pregnancy, and that will help you to get through the sick phase, through the tiredness, through the growth changes, if you allow it and if you choose it. It is an intentional choice to choose positivity, but you can do it, Mama. I am here to cheer you on. If you need help, reach out. Like I say, my email is in the show notes, and also the link to the mini course, the Morning Sickness mini course for mental health, is also the top link, and there is a direct link there. Or if you want to check out my website, there's a link there for that as well. And there's other free resources there in the show notes that you can check out, but that I won't mention all of them today. But if you're struggling, check out those resources that are there on the show notes and in my website. I am cheering for you. I craved for positivity. I wished that I had encouragement in pregnancy. It seemed like there was a lot of encouragement for birth and getting through birth, which is also good and helpful, but there didn't seem to be a lot during pregnancy. And so that is what I'm here to do, to encourage you to find positivity during pregnancy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. And most of all, thank you for implementing what you learn into your own life for more positivity in your pregnancy and in your motherhood. God needs you. You need you. Your husband needs you. And your children need you in these righteous endeavors to find different and more positive thoughts from the negative ones that keep you stuck. You got this, Mama. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be, through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward.
My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.